Bruno Battlehammer charging down the field, better wave the banner. That is something, yeah. Lizard folk stabbing a mage, that's a blizzard yoke. Lizard folk eating eggs in the cold with an artichoke. Drop of time, 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 drop of time. I can think of many things that could be murked. Deal me in! Shuffle the deck! Deal me in! Prince of the Abyss! Won't you be my friend? Just give me like a medley of every single song, please. Give me that Bardic Inspiration special. A medley of every single song, please. That'll be nice. Just put them all together. Brunor. Battle Hammer. Charging down the field, better wave your banner. I always forget the words when I'm live. I'm fine as long as I'm not live. You can't explain that. Science can't explain that. Commander Legends Baldur's Gate preview start very soon. Like today soon? Or when? Oh, and by the way, good morning, Monastic Coffee. Good morning, Reds fan. Good morning, Loyal Kreebop. Good morning, Reaver. Good morning, Half B. Good morning, Archael. Good morning, Messa Duval. Good morning, Rajuvi. Good morning, Star Chaser. Good morning, Jamek. Good morning, Nighthawk. Good morning, Danny BC30. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for your patronage and support. Good morning, Twitch Pal player. Good time zone, Nox Anguis. Latest hints all but confirm Elminster. Oh my god. And there's evidence for a Havilar card. Oh my god. Yeah! Get the sisters together. That's so cool. I have a new tea today, by the way. New tea confirmed. Good morning, Banana Mobster. Good morning to Gamer Ruck from Germany on YouTube. Hello. Oh, you put the hints post in the Magic the Gathering thread. Nice. I'll check that out later. Good morning, Ghost Town. Good morning, Camro. All right. Yeah, get back here quick then, Star. Oh, I gotta do my song. Almost forgot. I knew there was something missing. There you go. Good morning, Sheba Kevin. Anybody shows up early gets a hello and a good morning. Who puts Big B to shame? Yeah, puts him to shame. Yeah, he deserves all the shame for some reason. Sons of magic hands. Idle champions this game. He has magic hands and he uses them to play idle champions. With a cup of tea. His whistle. He drinks a lot of tea, maybe an unhealthy amount of tea. His advice is on point, like a magic missile. He tries to give advice, but he often fails, but at least he tries. Hey, Mars, we got questions for you. I hope you do, keeps me employed. Hey, Mars, we need your guidance too. From your guiding hand, not your head or your wrist, and not your knees or your feet, and not the hair on your head, but from your guiding hands. Look sharp! Hey, that was a fun one. Okay. What are we doing? Oh yeah, a show. Let's do that. What the hell was that, Message of All? That was me having some fun, getting us all in a friendly, fun mood for this show. Alright, let's go. Hey! Good morning, greetings, champions. Welcome to Mars Guiding Hand. I'm Mars. This is Idle Champions of Forgotten Realms, the free-to-play, officially licensed Dungeons & Dragons Formation and Strategy Management video game from Codename Entertainment. On this show, we take a look at the latest content, discuss strategies, and answer any questions that you may have about the game, so get cozy, grab a drink, and join me for a little while as we talk about all things Idle Champions. Today is Tuesday, May 10th, 2022. This is episode 194. We're coming up on that 200. I think that's going to be Wednesday morning, if my math is right. I don't have any special plans currently, but that might change. Anyway, hi! Hello, all the people just coming in to get the code and get out. That's fine. I understand, and I respect you. I was once like that, too. So, I totally get it. No worries. And especially good morning and hello and good time zone to everyone who sticks around. I hope that you have a fun time with me today. Okay, that's different. There was a hair in there, too. This is a toasted coconut almond bark black tea. What? A little bit of sugar and a little bit of milk? Oh, baby, that'd be good. That'd be very good, I think. Woo! Very nice. So, quick check-in on the accounts. We're playing the new account today. I still haven't set up the virtual machine. I'm going to, I promise. I'm going to. People on my Discord were helping me with that this weekend. I did some research, but I ended up not having enough time to get that done and set up the way that I wanted it to. But we're going to have a virtual machine going so that eventually I'll be able to switch between accounts freely. Hurrah. But for now, we're sticking with just one account per show. So today we're playing the new account, the one that I started last Wednesday afternoon, May 5th. And right now I'm playing through Tomb of Annihilation. I'm about halfway through the story in Tomb of Annihilation. And I'll go through more of the details about how the account's going. Here's a hint. It's going so fast. the chest code today. It's going so fast. I have Jordan helping me out today, moderating, producing, and catching questions. So, you know the drill. If you have questions for me, please put them in Twitch chat, specifically. If you're over on YouTube or if you're over on Steam, stream, chat, whatever, please come on over to Twitch if you have questions specifically, because then my moderator, Jordan, will be able to catch your questions and put them in the Backstage Questions document for me to read. Ooh, that was a good one. And that was a bad one. I just bumped the microphone. Oh, and it helps very, very much if you put question at the start of your question post, especially if it's like all caps, question, colon, and then type your question there. Because I'm also, like, as a moderator for other shows, like I moderate Weekly Patronage and Champion Psychology and Developer Insights, I'm on those. It helps so much to spot questions when the chat's flying by if you just put question at the start of it. Thank you. And please, like, spread the word if you see other people typing questions that don't have that at the start. Thank you. Okay. Oh, and I think I saw, was it Old Man who was saying that they borrowed my streamer luck earlier in the chat? I think it was Old Man saying that. Yeah, there it is. Mars, I borrowed your streamer luck. Just opened 7,500 silver chests and got 13 shinies. Oh, baby, that's good. Well done, well done. I know over the, I think it was yesterday, maybe? Or over the weekend. I think it was Niscus and Irian who were posting in my Discord that they were opening up chests, and they both posted screenshots of getting 2 shinies out of a set of 50 chests. Wow. That's awesome. Get out of here, Rasen C. One of the villains in the Tomb of Annihilation storyline, Rasen C. Or as my players, when I ran this campaign as a Dungeon Master, like to call him, Raisin, because it's the same letters. The Dark Lord, Raisin. Alright, let's get to some questions. Sheba Kevin. Oh, we have no leftovers, by the way, so this is all just new stuff. Sheba Kevin, question, can you explain armored health and segmented health? I'm having trouble with the armored enemies in Tomb of Annihilation, unless I sub in Gosrick. Yeah, okay, so these guys I'm fighting right now, regular enemies, regular health. They'll die in, like, one hit as long as you hit them hard enough, right? But if I go back here, Area 250, I believe the Rasen C is an armored boss, so let's check that out. Let's put away my familiars here. And let me put some levels on people. Okay, so here's Rasen C. So, you can see his armored health there. Let's kill everything again, but then I'm gonna take out... Apparently Shaka's my DPS. Okay, that's funny. No. 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 You can stay. You stop. You stop. Alright, good enough. So, here's Rasen C. And we can see... There you go. For some reason, like, the D key to make the details appear on the enemies doesn't stick. Like, here, it just went away again. Now it's back. But it went away again. Why is it not sticking? Whatever. I'll do what I have to keep it up there. So, right now he has 2.11 E79 HP out of 4.39 E79 HP. So the way that the armored health works is, you see how there's all these different lines here? These are what we call chunks. It's an unpleasant word, but chunks of the armored health. And however many chunks of health an armored boss or enemy or whatever has, you need to deal enough damage to remove a chunk to actually deal damage to that boss. So he has 4.39 E79 HP maximum, okay? Now let's say if he has 100 armor chunks, then each of those, because there's 100 of them, is going to represent 1% of his maximum health. Because 100 times 1% is 100%. Okay, so if he has 4.39 E79 HP, then that means each armored chunk represents 4.39 E77 HP. Because that's 1% of the 4.39 E79. So you need to deal at least that much damage, 4.39 E77, to remove a chunk. If you have multiple hits, like Ashara or somebody, and then each of those hits can deal at least that much damage, then you'll remove multiple chunks. If you have Gosrick, who has his armor ablation ability, then he can cause your champions to deal more damage because the boss's armor is less effective. Segmented health enemies, on the other hand, just have HP equal to however many segments of health they have. So, like, if that was a segmented health boss, instead of saying 4.39 E79 HP, it would just say, like, 100 HP. And no matter how much damage you do, it only registers as 1 damage per hit. But everything will do at least 1 damage, so it's just inevitable that you will eventually take down a segmented health boss. Does that help? I hope that helps. I feel like I could have answered that one better. But I got all the information out there. Jokero999, what is the virtual machine? Oh, that's not a game thing for Idle Champions. That's like... So it's the idea of a virtual operating system that runs like a program on your computer so that you can effectively have a computer inside your computer, if that makes any sense. Which would allow me to do something like have 2 different Steam installations signed into 2 different accounts, and thus being able to have both of my Idle Champion Steam accounts going at the same time. Yeah, there you go, Draconax. VM is a way to play 2 Steam accounts. Yep. Exactly. I've used them in the past for prior jobs that I've had. I worked in IT, and then I worked at a call center doing tech support for a while. And both of those required me to be familiar with virtual machines. I just didn't think that I'd have to set one up again, so I had one and uninstalled it, but now I gotta set it up again. Yeah, I guess it is a little abstract if you've never heard of one before, if you've never heard of a virtual machine before. But the idea is a computer inside of your computer. That you're able to run effectively 2 computers at once using only one. Oh, I'm not having issues, Evil Turnip, I just haven't had time yet. Plus, I would then need to make sure that I can stream with that running, because I know it can be a bit intense on the processor. Porkbelly, question. I just unlocked Briv. I'm noticing a DPS drop from not using Archon, probably with the Ashara buff. Is there a DPS who synergizes with Briv that I should look into getting next? With Briv, specifically? Not really. So, like, Tyrell, for example, in tank form, he gives a ramping buff. And he also buffs anyone who is good aligned. So it's better if you use a good aligned DPS with Tyrell tanking. But Briv doesn't have something like that. Briv is a lot less restricted about who you should use with him. Briv ramps, yes. I mean the like alignment specific thing. Briv doesn't care if you're using an evil, neutral, or good DPS. Do whatever you want. Have you tried Zorbu? He's a good one. I'd say that Zorbu is still like among the top DPS options currently. Hello, Jesse D and T Medander on YouTube. Welcome, welcome. Just to answer your question real quick, Jesse D, on YouTube, will Warduke ever be coming to Idle Champions? Probably not. I don't remember why, but probably not. I have a vague memory of that being answered, maybe on Dev Insights or something. I mean, I would hope so. If you had asked me like 2 or 3 years ago, will we ever get Dungeon Master from the D&D 80s cartoon in Idle Champions, I would have laughed and said, no, definitely not. No way. And yet, here he is. So there's always a possibility. Yeah, he's in the Witchlight, the Wild Beyond the Witchlight book, campaign book, and we are doing the Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign storyline in Idle Champions. So at the very least, there's a chance that he shows up as an NPC, like a boss to fight, right? Be a cool boss. I'd love to see Warduke in Idle Champions art style. Messi Duval, question, do you enjoy Dungeon Master? I do! I do, actually. Although, he's got competition for me, because I have 3 champions in the slot already. Ashara, Evelyn, and Dungeon Master. I don't think I have... No, I've got 2... I've got 3 in slot 2... 3 in slot 9. Okay, so I've got... And 3 in slot... I have several slots that have 3. Huh, okay. Wish they'd been spread around a little bit more and I could do split the party. Oh well. But yes, I enjoy him. He has been helping me with my favor gains very, very much. Cody22. I'm a bit newer on Idle Champions and just got Dungeon Master. Is he decent to switch in? Well, it depends on what it is that you're trying to do at the time, like what you're focused on doing, what your objective is. I feel like in a vacuum, if you had every single champion, I feel like you're not going to be using Dungeon Master a lot for things like this, regular adventures, or free play adventures. However, for variants, and especially patron variants, I feel like we're going to be using Dungeon Master a lot. Basically forever. He's a bit of a game changer when it comes to variants, especially certain variants. Looking at you, Might Makes Right. Looking at you, Tale of Two Champions, etc. Lesson in classes, many of them. But even without that, if you are just looking for someone to give people temporary HP, like you really like that Calliope gives everybody temp HP, but you want more, Dungeon Master can do that. If you're looking for somebody to boost your gold find when you're very, very early because you are lacking many rogues and drow in your slot 1, slot 2, etc. For Jarlaxle's Master of Piracy, increases gold find by 25%, free Strout or Rogue champion in the formation. So if you just need more gold finds, Dungeon Master can do that too. Whenever you see Uni on the field, that means more gold. Over on YouTube, Derek Nicola, where does the little mushroom familiar come from? This little grumpy, adorable Awakened Toadstool familiar came from the Steam promotion that they did from... When was that? It was like April 27th to May 4th, I think. Yeah. There was a week-long promotion on Steam. If you just open up your game on Steam at any point during that week, then you would get 5 champions, really good champions, plus 16 chests with 2 guaranteed shinies for each of those champions, plus 2 really awesome high-end potions, Potion of the Golden Hunter and the Potion of the Gem Hunter, which last for a week each, plus the Awakened Toadstool Familiar. Now, in the past, when they've done these platform-exclusive familiars, they eventually become available to everybody else via the Gem Shop or Wild Offers. Oh, you're on Android, Derek? Gotcha. Actually, before this Steam promotion, the last platform exclusive promotion that we had was for mobile users and console users. So they had a turn, and now Steam's having a turn, and then presumably there will be others. We try to spread the love. I think the first time we ever did a promotion like this was for Epic. I think Epic's had like 2 or 3 now. I think Steam's had 2. I think console and mobile has just had the 1. But my memory is famously faulty. Anyway, we spread the love. It gets around. Cody, 22. Nope, I just answered that one. Anthoshka, question. Is Krull the #1 champion to get with Time Gate pieces? I won't know about #1 champion to get with Time Gate pieces. You know what? This would be fun. So I often turn things back on the chat when we come to an opinion piece like this. But I don't think I've ever asked it in this way. Chat, I want y'all to sound off here. Help me with Anthoshka. Who, right now, in Idle Champions, would you say is the #1 champion to Time Gate? Go. I'm expecting there's going to be a lot of Averin, a lot of Human, a lot of Briv, a lot of Zorbu, a lot of Deacon and Shandy. Like, mainly speed champions. Probably Orkira and Baloth, too. Alright, let's see what chat's saying. And thank you, by the way, everybody. Krull or Human? Shandy. 0 question. Averin, Human, Zorbu, Briv, Krull, Artemis, Human, Orkira, whoever you like. Very good, best of all. Averin or Briv? Briv, a year 1 or year 2 champion. Freely, Nova, Shandy, Freely, Desmond, Briv, Human, Rosie, Briv, Human, Shandy, Human, Orkira, Freely, Averin or Baloth, Human, Shandy, Briv, Orkira, Krull, Shandy. There we go. So, Anthoshka, if you're still here in chat, I very much hope that helps to narrow things down for you. A couple of people mentioned Krull, but that was definitely not the majority of what folks were saying. Hope that helps. Krull is a good one. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't say absolutely #1. One of the best, but not #1. All right, I'm going to get through 10 questions, and then I want to talk about my account progress. Wolfson, question, super newbie here. How do you unlock new characters? Well, we just wrapped up an event yesterday at noon Pacific time. So there's an event every 3 weeks. One just wrapped up yesterday. That'd be May 9th, Monday, 12 p.m. Pacific. So the next event should start on Wednesday, May 18th, and it will run for 12 days. When an event is live, you're able to unlock 3 characters permanently. And you can actually see who's coming up in the rotation ahead of time. It'll be when you go to your events tab and you go all the way to the bottom. You look at the 2 most recent champions in this event that's posted at the bottom. So the next event is the Great Modron March. And it's not going to be Evelyn, she's retired. It's not going to be Keelik, he's retired. But it is going to be Jaheira and Mehen. So these 2 are coming up next, along with someone new. We don't know yet, but somebody. So look forward to that. On the weekends that are between events, that would be this weekend, there is a free time gate. See, it says time gates open in 3 days, 4 hours, and 34 minutes. Time gates allow you to permanently unlock a champion of your choice. For free time gate weekends, you are presented with 3 options, and you pick the one between those 3 that you want. Then you do some adventures to get chests for them and unlock them. It's like a mini event. Everyone gets different choices. So don't assume that what you get is the same as what a friend of yours might get. You might get the same ones, but it's very unlikely. And then there's just occasionally codes that are handed out for unlocking champions. I don't know if the Evelyn code and the Strix code are still active. Probably, though. I don't remember what they are, but I know that there are codes out there for Strix and Evelyn. They are? Nice. Thank you, Neo. So yeah, look around for codes for unlocking free characters. Always keep an eye on things. If anybody knows those codes, please post them. I don't remember them right now. Usually that's Belle who's posting those codes for us in chat, but I don't see Belle here today. Kaye. Mars, I started the new Steam account the same time as you, and after doing what I could in the event, I started Tombs and I'm at E19 favor already. So, nice to know about formations and how they work when starting a new account. Yep. Yep. And that is a very good transition, I think, into talking about my experience with the Steam account. So Kaye started a new Steam account at the same time that I did to see what the difference is, and I'm, as you've seen, oh, there we go. There's the codes for you. Thank you, Jamic. Thank you, Hypnotic Sheep. Thank you, Neo Linkster. Very kind of you to help out our fellow new players. Awesome. Yeah. So this account is not even a week old yet. Let me show you what I've done. Let's begin with, here's my inventory. I'm going to pick up the gelatinous cube right now. Come here. Yeah! Gelatinous cube! That's 3 familiars. That's a big deal. 3 familiars is a big upgrade from 2 familiars, because now they'll pick up everything that's on the floor. Well, all the golden quest items anyway. Okay. Rest of my inventory. I've got a healthy stock of bounty contracts now, and an okay stock of blacksmithing contracts as well. You'll notice I don't really have a ton of potions. It's because I've been using them to do deep pushes. Ooh, let's open up some chests. Okay. I barely use Makos. Alright. Here's my blessings and favor. So starting with Torm. 1E, 15 favor in Torm. Tier 1, done. Tier 2, done. Tier 3, done. Tier 4, working on it. Global is done. Tier 5, I've scratched it. So, working on 4 and 5. But I've got the globals that I care about. Like, Patron's favor, that can wait until we actually have patrons going, of course. But all the way up to Tier 4 global, done. Kelemvor, Tier 1, 8 E22 favor. Spent 4 E23, so I've had nearly E24. I'm like 5 E23, roughly, total. Anyway, Tier 1, done. Tier 2, done. Tier 3, done. Tier 4, done. Tier 5, very nearly done. Got the global, just have some locals to get, and then Kelemvor will be totally finished. So this is like one deep push away from being totally knocked out, completely done. It's been less than a week. I started this account on Wednesday afternoon last week, May 5th. Now, I haven't touched Helm at all, or Tiamat. I don't even have Wild Beyond the Witchlight or Icewind Dale Rime the Frost Maiden unlocked yet, so I haven't started on them either. my actual progress in the campaigns. So here's Tomb of Annihilation. I haven't done any variants, I've just been playing the storyline. I am making a beeline directly for unlocking Azaka. I think it would be super cool if I can get Azaka in a week or less, because that will beat my previous record of 2 weeks. The last time I did a challenge account where I raced for Azaka, I got her in 2 weeks, exactly 14 days. So now I'm trying for 1 week. Would be a significant improvement. I think I can do it if I just play really aggressively today. In Grand Tour of the Sword Coast, I've barely done anything. It's like I haven't even unlocked access to Terror in the Dark and Unearthed Evil. Because I have to have 11 Grand Tour Adventures or variants done, and I only have 9 completed, so I still need to do a couple more of these variants in order to progress. Now that being said, I am closer to unlocking Drizzt than I am to unlocking Azaka. But there's less of a priority for me unlocking Drizzt because I already have a swap for his slot. In fact, I have 2 swaps for his slot. But if I get Azaka, that'll be a swap for slot 12. Next event, Jaheira and Mehen, that slots 3 and 4. So then I'll only need 5 and 10 in order to get Split the Party going. Now, I got my first time gate piece, I think it was on stream last week, so I've got the 1, right? And then, I got... Oh, yeah, the Blessing from Tomb of Annihilation. Turn back time, tier 5 global blessing. Time gate pieces dropped by bosses +1, applies to all campaigns. So my next time gate piece drop, I'll get 2. That'll put me at 3 time gate pieces, which will then be enough to pay for Mert. I don't have enough loot levels yet, though. That's what's really holding me back. I'm at 1,376 total loot levels. Let's take a look at my gear real quick. Here you go. So this is where I'm at, as far as all of my gear across all of my characters goes. I've got a range average item levels of 3 to 26, looks like, is my highest. A range of average 3 to 26. Yeah. Some epics, definitely not most of them. Some of my evergreens still have green gear on them. Bruenor, green. Nelly, mostly green. Jamila, mostly green. Tyrell, half green. Hitch and Delana. Mince. Archon. Makos. Calliope, Ashara. Plenty of greens left for me to improve on. Let's go ahead and grab an Electrum chest while I'm thinking about it. Going so fast! That's my code today. What? Oh. Go fast. Going so fast. There we go. Make sure you typed your code in correctly. Yay! Alright. Cool. Moving on. Now this adventure is done. We completed this like 60 stages ago, so let's go ahead and reset this and start another one. Tomb of the Nine Gods, and there's Azaka's Procession Part 1. Ooh, yeah, let's go fight a Serac. So, soon. Very soon. Let me just get some champions on the field. And I'll show you the formation I've been working with lately. So this is what I've got saved, is Ashara DPS. Surprising absolutely no one. Ashara is still a very powerful DPS champion. Using Ashara DPS, in fact, this is my progress. My highest stage reached is 602. Again, it hasn't even been a week yet. It hasn't even been a week yet, and I've already gotten past stage 600 using Ashara DPS. Let's see, 25 epic gear so far. My highest single item level is 42. 12 shinies. I still have plenty of champion achievements to do. almost nearly all of them. I have found 2 feats in gold chests. I have not purchased any. No patron stuff. No multi-party mode yet. No Modron stuff yet. No trials yet. No legendaries yet. I've opened 392 total chests, and I have reset 47 total times. So, I have barely scratched the surface, and yet we have already done a lot. Yes, that was with potions going, Rylar. Yes, yes. Oh, hi, Lee! Pancakes337, that's Griddle Champion's own Lee Goldberg is in chat. Hello, Lee. Did you like your present? Ah, seeing your reaction made it all worth it. Much love to you, buddy. I'm glad that you're better now and that you're back with your family. Yes, it was me. I will take the credit. I was wondering how to tell you, like, what would be the most fun way to reveal myself. And I was hoping that, like, either you'd show up on one of my streams, or I would show up in Griddle Champions. Yeah, so I was playing D&D with Lee and Garwar for Sean's birthday on Friday. And Lee was bemoaning his computer situation, which, trust me, my dude, I understand. Prior to buying my current computer, when I first started doing Guiding Hand, the computer I was using was a 10-year-old hand-me-down from my best friends in college. So it was good enough to stream, but a big reason why I did reading streams and, like, Idle Champion streams was because my computer definitely could not handle streaming anything more than that. Like, I had to hack Dark Souls 3 to play it on lower graphics settings than you should be allowed to play it on in order for me to run it on that computer. It was ridiculous. So, I understand the computer woes. Anyway, Lee was bemoaning having a bad computer, and I was feeling cheeky and fun. So I got on Amazon, and I found, like, a Fisher-Price children's toy laptop, and I sent it to him. Which he seemed to appreciate. Because, like, it's both, like, it's a cheeky little joke between friends, and then it's also a genuine toy for his kid. So, I hope you enjoy that, Lee. He loves it? Yes! Good! I was hoping. Like, just making you laugh would have been good enough. But if I can make you laugh and I can make a child happy, oh baby. That's a good gift. Like, if I'm gonna troll someone, I'm gonna be wholesome about it, you know? That's kind of what I'm all about. Yeah. Alright. Thanks for giving me the chance to tell chat the story, too. Appreciate it. Appreciate you showing up. And look forward to the other half of your gift. Apparently, the 2 items didn't ship together, I guess. So, surprise. There's another one. Alright, back to questions. While I'm playing through this adventure. Camro85, Question. Any idea who you will timegate with your first manual timegate? Shandy, Hugh, or maybe Deacon? Alright, so I waited 5 months to get Deacon on my Epic account, and that was, frustrating. So I would like to get Deacon earlier on this account if possible. But the real answer is going to be whoever I need to get Split the Party going as soon as possible. So, like, I'm getting Mehen and Jaheira. That'll be slots 3 and 4. And I'm getting Azaka in slot 12, hopefully today or tomorrow. So then I just need slot 10 or slot 5. And if we check what's coming up in upcoming events for, like, the other champions, Solis is in 12, Nova's in 11, so whatever. I already have those. Nox is in, what, 6, I think? Freely's in 7, I already have those. Eliwick, she's in 10. Beetle and Grim, it's an 8. Okay. Prudence in 5. Alright, so I can wait all the way to a Garen's Day. Ugh. Or I can just wait until Midsummer for Eliwick in 10, and then use a time gate for 5. So, guess who I'm gonna get if I need to get a slot 5 champion, y'all? Go ahead and just guess. Just guess which champion I'm gonna manually time gate for slot 5, if I need to. Calliope, you got it! Hypnotic Sheep, come on down and accept your prize! Plant Prudence! I love you, chat. That's great. I appreciate y'all. No, it'll be Briv. It'll definitely be Briv. Yeah. If I have to time gate someone for slot 5 just so I can split the party going, it's gonna be Briv. Joker, a question, Mars. Is this a good formation for Tomb? The one that I'm currently using? Yes. The one that I was using before, it was okay. I would say that it was even a good one, sure. But it was not the best that it could be. Actually, I think in that last one, I had Hitch as my DPS. And Hitch was my DPS. So I started using Catti-Brie DPS because, like, look at my Catti-Brie! All blue or purple with 2 shinies? A shiny on critical hit? My god. But, as it turns out, in actual practice, doing multiple runs to my wall and then trying to push, Hitch was actually out DPSing Catti-Brie. If I set up Hitch supporting Catti-Brie, well, Catti-Brie doesn't have enough charisma for Hitch's support abilities. But if I set up Hitch as DPS, then Catti-Brie can support him. So Hitch was doing better than Catti-Brie. And then I switched to using Ashara DPS. And I went like 100 stages farther. It was ridiculous. And that's with only getting her first bond filled. I don't have enough champions to get her second bond filled no matter what my choice is currently. So I can't have both bonds Ashara yet. So even with just one bond filled, I'm able to get to 600? I'm able to clear 600 with Ashara? My god. Bird's still strong. Bird's still strong. Yeah, if I haven't gotten to your question yet, it's because I'm very conversational and easily distracted. All the questions go up onto a questions document, and then I just make my way down the document. I answer them as they come in. I get 99% of the time, I do not jump ahead to another question. So I will get to it if you are patient. But we'll get back to questions then. Jay McNeely question, hey Mars, me look to read magic stories for YouTube. Maybe Twitch. You know process well. Any twips? Much thank. Yeah, sure. You are stepping in to some spicy legal waters, my friend. This is why I stuck to only public domain stories, novels, short stories, and poetry on my own Twitch channel. Twitch.tv/StorytellerMars. All the VODs are still up. I haven't done it in a long time, but if you want to listen to me read through the entirety of Pride and Prejudice, or Frankenstein, or 20,000 Leagues Under the Seas, or Around the World in 80 Days, all those VODs are still on my channel. And many, many more. A lot of poetry, too. Anyway. So, you don't own the text. If it's like an actual Magic the Gathering novel, right? You don't own the text. You're not the publisher. You're not the author. You're not in any way connected to any of those. But there's a gray area for it being, like, performative art. Right? You're gonna need to do your research. I'm not telling you whether this is okay and you should do it or not. But you need to do your research. They're all available free online? Then you might be okay. But I would still caution you. I would, if I were you, even try to reach out to the people involved, like, if you can find contact information, just to reach out. The one time I read something that was published by an author on my own channel that was not public domain, one, I made sure it was freely available online first, and then two, I asked the author directly if it was okay if I read it. That was Neil Gaiman, and he said yes. And so I did, and it was lovely. It was a Halloween story called Click Clack the Rattlebag. Very spooky. So yeah, my advice to you is do your homework. Don't go into this ignorant of what your legal status is as far as reading things aloud goes. There have been too many times I've seen people reading stuff on Twitch thinking that, like, oh, I'll just read Lord of the Rings, or I'll just read this random mystery novel or something, and then get slammed by, like, audiobook platforms or publishers. Good old cease and desist. But good luck, Jamek. If it works out, I would love to hear it. If you actually get up to doing it, I would love for you to, like, drop a link in Off Topic on Discord. Or just message me directly. I'd love to check it out. I'm a storyteller, y'all. I love story time. Draken X. Question, is the champion dismantling feature going ahead? If yes, will it apply to Ashara? It's happening. It will apply to Ashara, but I don't know when it's coming out, so patience. Sooner as opposed to later, of course. The fact that Justin and David were able to, like, show it off on stream last week on Dev Insights bodes very well for when this is actually going to be rolling out. It'll only apply to champions that, like, it's activated for. So, like, Ashara, for example, and nobody else. I know that they're still working on it. There's discussion internally about, like, adjusting some things. They want to get it into a state where, okay, it's impossible to make everybody happy all the time. Achoo! Someone must be thinking about me. It's impossible to make everyone happy all the time, but we can at least try to make more people happy. So, I know that they're making adjustments to try to make more people happy. But exactly what those adjustments are, we'll have to wait and see. Dismantle Krydal, Alaric? Probably not, but we'll have to wait and see. Definitely Ashara, but I don't know about anybody else. Probably not Krydal, though, I'd imagine. Kenravip. Question, I know Briv's Unnatural Haste is powered by sprint stacks, but I can't find info on how he earns them. Teach me, oh guru of gaming. And thank you, everyone saying bless you. Appreciate that. Thanks. Allergies. It's spring and so I have allergies. Alright, so I don't have Briv here on this account, but I still know him enough that I can talk about him. So when you're using Briv, you put him out there, you put him up as your tank, and you let enemies just beat him up. As Briv gets beaten up, he is gaining stacks of Netherese steel, which improves a buff that he gives to the rest of your party. Makes everybody deal more damage the more stacks he has. And he gains these stacks, like, as he gets hit. Okay? At the end of your adventure, when you're using Briv, when you reset your adventure, and you go back to your map screen, his Netherese steel stacks that he gained on that last adventure are converted into sprint stacks to power Unnatural Haste. So, you let enemies punch him a lot, and then you reset, and then on your next adventure, he has his speed ability active, and he can jump over things. Like, I don't want to get punched anymore, so I'm gonna jump over stuff. Haha! Your punching powers my jumping! Just remember that, basically. Your punching powers my jumping. If you can remember that, then you'll remember how to use Briv. Reds fan, question. Mars, I read an article about how space hamsters... I read an article about space hamsters that gnomes from Krynn are responsible for them. So, have you seen the different types of space hamsters? No? I know there's at least two types, right? There's giant space hamsters and there's miniature giant space hamsters. But if there's other types of space hamsters, I don't know them. Please, teach me, O guru of space hamsters. QQ Beast Mode. How do I decrease the portrait size smaller on the bottom so I can see more champions? I got you, fam. So, go into your menu, go to your settings, interface, and then make sure that this narrow bench boxes is checked. If it's not checked, then you see them like this and you have to scroll, right? But, interface, narrow bench boxes, check. If that is checked, then you see them like this. And they all get a little squished, so they all fit without having to scroll. It's very nice. Let's go a little bit faster, Whittle, come on. There we go. Jockey901, question. Who would you remove from that formation when you only have the 9 slots? From this formation, who would I remove? Oh, I need to check who my puzzle slots are, for that matter. Okay, I guess I can put Whittle here and Tiefling here. You can go here, and you can go here. You can go here. Hold on. Is that everything? Is that everything? Nope. I don't know if I can get a really good arrangement for Shaka's puzzles this time. Sometimes it works out beautifully, and sometimes it really doesn't. This one's harder. Oh, Stone Juggernaut, what's up? Good to see you. From this formation, who would I remove? Well, you know, an easy one would be to make Tyrell go Wild Shape and take out Nayeli. Because this is a single tank formation. So I could just drop Nayeli, move Tyrell here, make sure Tyrell goes bear mode. That would be an easy one. Plus, my Tyrell has more survivability anyway. So yeah, I'd probably do that. Foolish genius. Question. If I disassemble Ashara, I get 2 potions of polish. I'm planning Briv jumps and Artemis Flute for those shinies. Are there any items in the running for best to shiny? Well, I mean, Human eggs, right? The Human eggs, I think, are the rainbow eggs. I think those are the speed item for Human. So there's that one. Averin, Mirror Image and Seeing Double, if you use Averin a lot, are both extremely good to have. And then it really depends on, like, just other supports that you use a lot of. Like, if you use Orkira, then, like, Lesser Restoration, Elemental Fire, Healing Flame, any of those would be good. If you use Baloth, then Morbid Excitement, Generous Gin. If you use Freely, then I don't remember exactly what his gear does. But he probably has good gear, too. So I wouldn't say that there's, like, a lot of champions that are in the running for, like, best to shiny. A few, certainly. But not, like, so many that it's overwhelming. I think your plan for Bridge Jumps and Artemis Flute is good. Cody22, so in your opinion for someone newer, who do you recommend getting to set myself up a little early? Well, I can tell you that having Orkira and Whittle and Catti-brie and Ayla and Averin from that Steam promotion has been huge. It's been huge. I'm able to get much farther this early on than I would have been able to otherwise. Between all of those, which one may be, like, helping the most? I'm probably getting the most value out of my Averin just because I do have Epic Shiny for both of these, which is 2 most important slots. What's up, Asarak? Hey, we're probably gonna die because I haven't leveled up people. Let's at least level up Calliope. There we go, that's better. Now we can just stay alive. Having Whittle has been nice to have a speed champion this early, although you can do better as far as starting speed champions go, like Deacon or Shandy. Ayla has been very helpful, especially I've been swapping Ayla to Shaka. Why am I not leveling people? Just laziness. I'm mainly focusing on answering questions right now. I don't need to level up people yet, because my click damage is enough to kill everything. The Ayla Shaka swap has been very powerful for me. Like, whenever I reach a wall, I just swap in Ayla, let her build up her lightning on things, and then swap back to Shaka and just obliterate them. Lets me launch forward more stages, and then I get more gold to level up people. Oh, on that, stage 600 run, I was able to reach level cap for the first time, too. So I've reached level cap once, as well. And presumably I'll be able to reach level cap every time I do Tomb Annihilation now, if I just choose to. I have enough favor to do it. That was with... I think I had E15 favor when I got to level cap for the first time. And then ended with E23. Yeah, I'm honestly not sure which of the 5 champions, like, if you ignore gear, which of the 5 extra champions that I got from the Steam promotion have been, like, the most game changer for me, the biggest help. My gut says Averin, but I'm really not sure. He's also, like, really far down the line, so you don't even get to use him often. Like, when you're really super early on an account, you gotta do enough favors so that you can get him out in the field and level him up. And then once you even get him out there, he's not even useful until you actually have his mirror images going, especially his Sturdy Mirror's specialization. But you gotta work up to that. Yeah, like E28, E29 favorite, actually, or gold in order to get that going. Yeah, this is my new account. I don't have trials on this yet. You have not missed trials, because I can't open up my Steam account right now. I did not think that through. I forgot that we always do trials on Tuesdays, or that I'm trying to get us to always do trials on Tuesdays. Alright, I tell you what. After Guiding Hand, I will post in Discord for putting together a trials group. Okay? Because I know that there is like a looking for group trials thread over on the Discord. !Discord to get a link to the Discord, or just type into your browser discord.gg/idlechampions. I'm going to sneeze. Achoo! The sneezing is not part of the URL. Although it would be funny to see you trying to type that. Thank you, everyone. Yes, I do play with the fans. For my Trials of Mount Tiamat group each week, I just put together a group. I start up a private group. I pay for the blood vials to do it. And then just whoever can join is welcome to join. If I could open it up for more players, I would. Can you imagine like a 50-person trial group? Oh, baby, that'd be cool. Trentonator, question. Have you replaced Ashara as your primary DPS? And if so, with who? Right now, Ashara is my primary DPS on this account. On my new account. On my Steam account, on my... I can't say Steam anymore, because they're both on Steam. On my main account, the one that I've been playing for years... Right now, my main DPS is still Ashara, but that is strictly because I am waiting for the Mehen specialization that allows me to bring Frida and Havilar anywhere that Mehen qualifies. And then I'm going to be a Frida DPS main. I feel like it's always been leading up to that for me. I really like Frida, I think she's super cool. I think it would be awesome to be a Frida DPS main. And I'm finally powerful enough to feel confident about it. She's not going to be the absolute best DPS in the game for me, but she doesn't have to be. I've already done all the high-end things that I might need to do. I've gotten past Sage 1000, easily, at this point. It was really hard the first time. I've reached item level 5000. I've reached E200 gold for the achievement. I have completed all 10 levels of Trials of Mount Tiamat difficulty. So, like, the only high-end difficulty stuff that I have left to do is Patron Variants, and for a lot of those, I wouldn't even be able to use Ashara anyway. So, yeah, I'm just going to switch to being a Frida DPS main, because there are no more worlds to conquer, essentially. Yeah, that specialization hasn't been fixed yet. It's not a feat, it's a specialization, Soapy Snake. But presumably, it's right around the corner. I mean, his event is next. It would be weird if he doesn't have this specialization fixed by his own event. It'd be weird. So let's hope. Jokero999, I have 5 pieces now. Should I wait until after the weekend to launch it? Oh, for your time gate? So you need 6 time gate pieces to open a manual time gate. 5 is not enough. You need 6. But you should, in my opinion, if you have enough time gate pieces to open a manual time gate and you're thinking about doing so, but you're about to have a free time gate weekend, you can either open up one, like right now, and just get it done before the free time gate weekend happens. But I would encourage you to wait for the free time gate weekend to see who your choices are, because you might get an option presented to you that's like, oh, I was going to go for that person. And now you got them for free, and then you can spend your time gate pieces to unlock somebody else, saving you some hassle. Like, you might as well, right? Just wait. Aleldine. Question, is there any benefit to getting Ashara's redshift ability over 100%? Ashara doesn't have redshift. Sentry does. Yeah, so I think you got some wires crossed there. Ashara's cool, but it's Sentry, the Warforged in slot 4, who I don't have on this account. Warforged Paladin. She has the redshift ability. You want to get it to 100%. I don't remember if there's any actual reason to make it go over 100%. I don't know if it, like, further reduces your chance. I don't know if it further reduces the quest item requirement. I think mine is just barely. Oh, Redshift can't go above 100%? Okay, well, there you go, I guess. Yeah, so just do 100%. Oh, let me grab this one. So I normally don't jump down, but I just saw a question in chat. Fibrillator, why wait? Can't you see who's coming up next, searching coming up next in the time gate window? Or is that not accurate? That's not accurate. So, time gate window. Time to event, the coming up next. Right, so Evil and Keelik, Jaheira, Mehen. These are the champions that are in the next event. Not the champions that are coming up in your next available time gate. The champions that show up in your next available free weekend time gate, like this weekend, are random. So it has nothing to do with the time till next event sorting arrangement for time gates. Alright, back to the question list. Hypnotic Sheep, do we know when dismantling Ashara will be available? No, we do not. Presumably very soon, given that it was at least in a state enough that they were able to show it off. But for now, just patience. I don't think there's a specific date being targeted. It's just done when it gets done. Evil Turnip question, can you go over what you're doing with spending favor on your new account? I've barely touched it. Oh yeah, totally. I'd love to. Yeah, if you have any questions about like how I've been playing this account and you want some advice, then please hit me up. Because it's been going very well. So, generally speaking, if the warning pops up, don't do it. Abide by the warning. That being said, I've been around the block. I've been playing this game for years. I know when it is okay for me to ignore the warning. Which is admittedly like a gut feeling kind of thing of like, yes, I have enough favor. It's okay for me to go beyond. Like, I've got E22 Kelemvor's favor, but E23 spent, which means I have definitely ignored the warning several times. But it was important. I wanted to get this turn back time global blessing as soon as possible. And everything else. Focus on the core, Golden Luck, especially Golden Luck, Temporary Worship, Legendary Champions. I wanted all of those global blessings. The local blessings, less important. But here's the thing. I know that on my last run to my wall into Annihilation for Kelemvor's favor, I was able to reach level cap, soft cap, like all upgrades done for all champions, on E15 favor. And then I ended with like 5 E23 favor. So if I was able to get to level cap on E15, I'm definitely going to be able to get to level cap on E22. So at this point, I'm not worried about overspending. Because I know that I have enough favor now to clear all of the content that's in Tomb of Annihilation. I'm not worried about it. Grand Tour of the Sword Coast is a different story. Because it's never ending. It's the only campaign that just never ends. We just keep adding stuff to it over and 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 over. So I'd be a little more cautious about this one. But if in doubt, seriously, just abide by the warning. The warning pops up if you ever try to spend more than 1% of your current favor. Which is why it says, like, whoa, buddy, are you sure you want to spend 12.73% of your favor? Thank you for the warning, game. No, I am not sure. I will abide by the warning. Yeah, the difference between my last account and this one is I'm not holding back, baby. When I did the Epic account, I only played like a reasonable amount. At the beginning, I was only doing like 1 or 2 adventures per day. I was only opening up chests on stream. And I was only getting Electrum chest codes and no other freebies at all. Even champion chest codes, wasn't doing it. The yearly hidden chest codes, wasn't doing it. Nothing like that. This time, not holding back. We're seeing like how much of a difference getting literally everything that's handed to me makes and allowing myself to play as aggressively as I want. And I want to make something clear. I have made a lot of progress, clearly, since Friday, when we last talked about the new account. But this past weekend, I did some homework, studying up on feats and idle champions and some other things. I did, let's see. I watched a movie. I watched Free Guy on Disney Plus. It was funny. It's not a great film, but it was funny. I played other video games. There's this adorable game on Steam called Peglin. That's like it's a it's a Peggle Goblin. It's a Peggle game where it's a roguelike. It's really cute. I've been enjoying it a lot. And I went out shopping, and I spent some time with my partner. And let's see. Oh, Mother's Day. I spent time with my mother, of course, for Mother's Day. I cleaned up the room a bit. And, oh yeah, I've been taking online classes. I finished a course and then started a new one. So, I actually had a full, productive weekend, while also playing Idle Champions. So it's not like I was just sitting here playing Idle Champions 24/7 for Saturday, Sunday. No. I had a full weekend with a full, like, personal life. So I'm still playing the game aggressively. Just only when I'm actually sitting here. Yes, all of the time. Throughout all of that, yes. Idle Champions is running in the background. Oh, and I didn't leave the game running overnight either. Like, I got a full night's sleep each day. Let's actually level people up and get some specializations now. Oh, yeah, you're on the back. Okay. No problem. Actually, can I just, make sure that my... Okay, just want to make sure my screenshot shortcut was not set to F12. So I can do this. Aha! Level up everybody at the same time. You can use the F keys on your keyboard, F1, F2, F3, etc., all the way through F12, in order to level up everybody. So, like, I do this thing where I use, kind of the first knuckle of each finger on each hand, and then I do my thumbs like this, and I can hit all 12 of the F keys simultaneously. I've got like 2 keys covered by each thumb. I'm gonna go Potpourri. Moonbeam! I'll take daggers this time. Yeah, usurp, sure, doesn't matter. In the zone. Cool. And again, more levels. It's much nicer than leveling up one at a time. Oh yeah, now you see, I don't have enough champions to actually make use of Ashara's second bond, so I just take half and half and don't worry about it. Alright, back to questions. Foolish Genius question, do you think that Mehen Spec will be fixed by this event? I sure hope so! Pork Belly question, will I be able to get the common and uncommon slots filled to complete collections if I've already got an epic or a gold item from offers? Yes, but there is an exception. So, this over here, reduce cooldown on ultimate attack. If you reach level cap on an ultimate cooldown slot, any slot that has a maximum level, a level cap, ultimate cooldown items have level cap, except for Spurt, because his just gets longer, which is a good thing for him. It'd be bad for anybody else, but it's a good thing for him. Anyway, if you reach level cap on ultimate cooldown item, and you are missing something from your collection, then you will not be able to find that item in chests anymore. And that stinks. but that is the truth. For those collectors out there, I would strongly encourage you to try to get all of those ultimate cooldown items before you reach level cap, if you are a collector. If you're not a collector, don't worry about it, because the game only really cares about the highest tier gear that you have for each given slot. But if you just personally care about having a filled collection, then yeah, focus on opening silver event champion chests and Electrum chests first before you open up gold champion chests for event champions, so you can try to hunt down those commons and uncommons. Lunastar, Mars, who would you suggest getting from the time gates? Everybody. Primarily speed champions. Deacon, slot 1. Shandy, slot 6. Sentry, slot 4. Yeah, I know Gar's growling at me. Gar is definitely a collector. I am not. I would be if it mattered more, but it's really just, like, collection for the sake of collection, so it doesn't bother me. Human, slot 8. Briv, slot 5. Briv is a really good one to get from a time gate because he's not just a speed champion, he's also a really good tank and support and healer. So he might be my number one suggestion, honestly, is Briv, just because he does it all with style, except for DPSing and gold. He does nearly all with style. True Kaiser 3-3. Is Dungeon Master Ultimate supposed to reset to 10 seconds every time you swap him in and out after you use it? What? I gotta see this for myself. Hold up. I'm gonna use Avern's Ultimate, because it's really good, and it's funny. And now I'm gonna use Dungeon Master's Ultimate to reset the cooldown, and for a second there it said 10 seconds, and then it jumped to the cooldown of Insignificance. Okay, so now I'm gonna take Dungeon Master out and put him back in, and oh boy! There's no way that's supposed to be happening. You're right, True Kaiser. Just taking him out and putting him back in? That reset his ultimate cooldown to 10 seconds. So, theoretically, blah, 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 blah. Now let's just reset something. Cool. Now let's just take him out and put him back in. Wait 10 more seconds. Now we got Orkira's back. Take him out, put him back in. Quick, delete the VOD. Yeah. Wow. That is wild. That is really something. Uh-oh. Sean. Yeah. Oh boy. So, I guess PSA. Right now, if you remove Dungeon Master after using his ultimate and put him back in your formation, then instead of his ultimate having a minutes-long cooldown, it will instead be a 10-second long cooldown. And you can just rinse and repeat until you've cooled down every ultimate you have. Or just spam the same ultimate every 10 seconds, effectively. So, this is definitely going to be fixed. I feel pretty confident in saying that, like, this is not how it's supposed to work. And this is definitely going to get fixed. So, for however much time exists between now and when it gets fixed, enjoy. Fair warning, there's no way that this is supposed to be the way it is. No way. Wow. That was really funny. Thank you, True Kaiser. That was really funny. I love when things like that happen. That is delicious. Oh man, that would totally break Human. Oh my god, yeah. Because you could just have Human's ultimate going constantly. Whew. I mean, there's the manual tedium of, like, you know, swapping Dungeon Master out and back in. But worth it for that. Like, that's huge. You can get a lot done with that. It's not going to help you for Modron automation runs, doing automated idling runs, but automated farming, that's what I was trying to say. But yeah. That's right, yeah, Old Man Master, yeah. It's just resetting to a default cooldown timer of 10 seconds. Like, he forgets the cooldown timer of the thing that he targeted. He's supposed to take on the remaining cooldown of the ultimate that he refreshes. But if you remove him and put him back in, he forgets, apparently, which ultimate that was, and just goes back to 10 seconds. So, yeah, you could just, like, Avern ult, Invigorate, take him out, put him back in, Avern ult. Just get even bigger, Avern. Invigorate. Take him out, put him back in, Avern ult. You could spam the same ultimate over and over and over this way. That's ridiculous. Yeah, enjoy your bug, I guess. It's gonna get fixed, so, you know, don't come back yelling at me about it. I'm warning you. It's gonna get fixed. Gilbert, if you could take one hero out of formation, who would you remove and why? Out of this formation, I would... If I had to take one out, I would drop Naeli, put Tyrell over here, put him in wild shape form instead of Moonbeam. And the reason being is that this is a single tank formation. I have multiple tanks, like I could just drop Naeli and move Tyrell over. Or for that matter, I could keep Tyrell in Moonbeam and just switch to Ayla and put Ayla in front as my tank. Switch Shaka to Ayla. It's a single tank formation, so as long as I've got somebody out here, I'll be okay. But that's it. This one's not a really difficult formation for me, I think. Big Carl, why are you not using a new cube? Oh, I just didn't have it saved in my formation at the time. I'll make sure that it gets saved. It's like, this is only loading 2 out of 3 familiars and not 3 out of 3. Actually, let's go ahead and fix that. There we go. And yeah, overwrite that. You see, I also had a Hitch DPS team saved there, because that was my best team until I tried Achara, and then realized, wow, even with only getting 1 bond filled for Paragon, it's still the best DPS I've got. Rip Krydle meta 2022 to 2022. Yeah. I mean, apparently Krydle was super powerful for 2 full years. He just sneaked by us because he is in fact a rogue. It makes sense, at least. Lou is here. How did you get that screen that showed all of your champions at a glance on the same screen? Ah, somebody always asks about this. Blacksmithing contracts, my friend. Always keep at least 1 blacksmithing contract in your inventory. It doesn't matter what rarity. I like to always keep at least 1 tiny blacksmithing contract because they're the least valuable, so I don't care about wasting 1 by just always letting it stay in the inventory. But as long as you've got 1, you can activate it to access this screen. This will only show you champions that you've collected gear for all 6 of their slots. But, provided you've done that, which is pretty easy with Electrum Chest being a thing that exists, that we give out 70 of every week. Provided you can do that, then you can see all of your champions at once on this same screen. No matter how many you have, it just shows, like, just row by row. As you get more, you can just scroll down. It's really useful. We do have our 3rd familiar out now. Sambiro, hi everyone. I started to play yesterday, and I have 500 gems. Welcome to Idle Champions, Sambiro. I hope to see you around more. I hope you enjoy the game, and you enjoy your time with this wonderful community. Very helpful, friendly people in here. So where should I spend my gems? Thanks. With 500 gems, you have enough to purchase the Mage Hand Familiar. It costs 250 gems. It's the cheapest gem familiar in the game, so I would strongly recommend picking up the Mage Hand Familiar. Day 1, if you can help it. And then, initially speaking, spend the rest of those gems on silver chests at the start. There we go. Silver chests. You can get white, green, and blue gear for your champions that way. And once you've got, like, mostly blue, partly green, or even just full blue, at that point, switch, like, fully over to doing gold chests instead. And yeah, I also made a Gems visual aid in collaboration with Garwar a few years ago. That holds up. Still gives some good advice, I think. You can check that out. !ICVA will get you a link to all my visual aids. As a reminder, friendly reminder, I will no longer be making or updating my visual aids. I have passed off that project to players in our community. Now that I'm actually employed by Codename Entertainment, there's a little bit of a conflict there because anything that I release, people might assume is an official resource, and it is not the case. And I just don't have time for those visual aids because, oh my god, they take up way too much time. The Champion's visual aid alone is nearly 1,000 layers. But Niscus has done some incredible work to converting the Champion's visual aid over to a website, which is really cool. Xavier Kiath. Seriously, this game eats like 2 to 4 million megabytes of RAM for me. Is it the same for y'all, or do I have a unique memory leak? I know that it affects other people too. Like, the game has a memory leak has been a common complaint since, like, year 1, day 1. People have always complained about that. I have not experienced that myself. So, I don't know. I don't know, like, what's happening there. It is the case that I think that it's something that's improved over time, because as time goes on, I see fewer people making that complaint. So it must be getting better. Either that or people are getting used to it. But no, because we get new players in too, and then they wouldn't be getting used to it, they'd be fresh, so if they're experiencing the problem, they would say something about it. Anyway, I see fewer people complaining about it, so it must be happening less now than it used to. Yeah, I don't actually work in tech support, so I don't really have anything else to say about it other than I hear you. I haven't experienced it myself, but trust me, you're not alone. Rysong, question. I'm doing patron challenges. I need to have a healing champion deal the most damage past area 250. Any suggestions? Penelope's tagged as a healer, right? Penelope's secret DPS is a thing. Penelope can actually hit really hard. For whatever reason, if you set up Penelope as a DPS, she performs fairly well. So, provided my memory's correct and she does have the healing tag, I would recommend trying for Penelope. Plus, it's just funny. It's amusing to see this adorable little halfling demolishing enemies. Rylar, question. For example, Archon has a strength of 20 plus 5. What's the plus 5 for? So that's just a Dungeons & Dragons reference. So this is an officially licensed Dungeons & Dragons formation strategy management video game. Oh yeah, Yorvin has the healer tag still for some reason. Yeah, so just do Yorvin DPS. That's easy. There you go. Right. This is a Dungeons & Dragons game. And in Dungeons & Dragons, characters have ability scores. There's 6 ability scores: Strength, Dexterity, Constitution, Intelligence, Wisdom, Charisma. These ability scores are referenced using two numbers. The actual ability score itself, and the modifier, the ability modifier. The modifier is informed by the base stat. To calculate the modifier, you take the base stat, subtract 10, divide by 2, and round down. So, 20 strength, subtract 10 is 10, divide by 2 is 5, round down is still 5, so that's a plus 5 modifier. 14 dexterity, subtract 10 is 4, divide by 2 is 2, round down is still 2, so that's 2, plus 2 modifier for dexterity, etc. For the purpose of Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, the modifier doesn't matter at all. Which is funny, because in actual Dungeons & Dragons, the modifier is more important than the base stat itself. But in Idle Champions, only the base stat actually matters. The modifier is just there as, like, flavor text, basically. It's just an amusing thing to be a reminder, like, oh yeah, this is totally a D&D video game. Right. That's it. That's all. So don't worry about the modifier. Just worry about the base stat. Subby Snake. Question. I was doing the double vision variant in Tomb Annihilation, and my DPS, even with category in the formation, was Eliwick, then Nova. Have you had either of them be your DPS? When I was able to get to 5 and 30 the first time during that variant, I got E22 Favorite. Nice. No, I can't say I have any memory of Eliwick or Nova being listed as my DPS. But sometimes I'll have Shaka listed as my DPS, even when I am not actually trying to set him up as one. Yeah, it's just the nature of any, you know, like if you have Hitch Daggers flying around, or Ayla debuffs, or whatever, like, the nature of debuffs and ramping buffs on things. If you happen to have someone in your formation who's getting, like, all the same buffs as your actual DPS, and they hit an enemy that's been marked with some debuffs, and your actual DPS hasn't hit an enemy marked with those debuffs in a while, then sometimes it can just lead to some weird thing that, like, why is Baloth my DPS right now? Now, hopefully that's not a consistent problem that you're having, but just like a once-in-a-blue moon kind of thing. Alaric 3183. First of all, one of my favorite D&D characters is named Alaric. Alaric Raz. So, respect for a fellow Alaric. That's awesome. So Alaric says, can you spreak Alindra? Sounds like she'd help you a lot, and I love her. Can I spreak Alindra? I don't know what the verb spruik means. Oh, Alindra. I was thinking about Ayla for a second there. I do not have Alindra yet. I would love to get Alindra, especially since I have Whittle. And I've recently, like a couple weeks ago, been brought to the light the revelation of Alindra and Whittle working together. Oh, thank you, Alaric. Thank you. Spruik is sell. Okay. Can I purchase Alindra? Sounds like it'll help you a lot. Yeah. I would totally love to get Alindra. Especially because, like, she holds all of the affiliation abilities for the other members of the Heroes of the Plains, and I really like using the Heroes of the Plains. So I've got Averin, and I've got Whittle, and I've got Orkira. I don't have Briv or Freely or Penelope yet. And then, of course, I also need Alindra herself. But yeah, I would love to pick up... Oh, Rangzor, thank you! Learn to pronounce, okay. It's informal Australian. Huh, alright, thank you, Rangzor. Culture. The world! I love it. Any day that I learn something is a good day. Yeah, if, Alaric, if you've never tried Alindra with Whittle, give it a shot. So, Whittle has this thing, hurry up now. Champions affected by Whittle's Vampiric Gaze have a 25% chance to immediately reset their base attack cooldown after they attack. And I don't really understand this. I don't understand why this happens. But if you use Alindra with Whittle, then you can get this 25% chance to go over 100% chance. So then champions are just attacking as fast as their attack animation allows. Which is really fun. Just seeing people just go all out attacking super fast. It's very amusing. Nelos. Hey guys, I'm just wondering, is Nerds an Evergreen champion? Yes, Nerds is an Evergreen champion. So once you own the Nerds, once you have them, then they will show up in your gem shop on Shop 3. Once you have the new version of the shop, which is called Shop 3, then you will be able to see the Nerds. They cost 100,000 gems, which is a lot. But they are an Evergreen champion, so once you own them, they will dilute your pool of gear from silver and gold chests, so be aware of that. The Zork. What is the best mouthfeel difficulty level to do trials in? For me, so you're basically asking, like, what's my gut feeling about, like, what's my comfort zone for doing trials? Honestly, and I mean this, I just go for whichever one I have enough blood vials to do each week. So, that might be normal, that might be heroic, that might be master difficulty. That's it. Yeah, it's gonna be like one of the low tier ones typically. Yeah, I don't like doing normal. Or I like at least doing heroic, because that's the next level up. I like at least doing heroic. Oh, you're welcome to Zork. No worries. That's what I'm here for. It might take me a while to get to questions, because I linger. I'm very conversational. But, I do eventually get to your questions. And if I don't get to your questions today, then I save all of the remaining questions to be leftovers for the next show. And then those are the first questions that I answer on the next episode. So no one gets missed, okay? No worries. Don't worry about it. Rangzor, have you made your decision on your rules or handicaps for the new accounts? If not, may I suggest Time Gates need to pick the least popular champion? I have settled on the rules, and the rules for this account is no holding back. When I'm done with this one, I'll probably do like an actual challenge account. But I think for this run, for this account, no holding back. I'm gonna get whoever I want from Time Gates. I'm gonna get every free thing that's offered to me. Strictly free to play. I'm not spending any money on this one. But I'm playing as aggressively as I want, and I'm not holding back. Getting anything that's handed to me. Raphael 90340. How far away is Mert now? Let's check. 1,378 total loot levels out of 2,000 required. So, getting there. Let's open some chests, because we're thinking about it right now. Why not? Visit the shop, please. It's fortunate that I lucked into getting the new shop on this account. I didn't even check for that. Oh, okay. Delana. Alright. Sure. Oh, hey! My third feat! It's for Dungeon Master. Cool! That's awesome. Oh, hey, Belle. Good to see you. I don't know how long you've been here, but good to see you, Belle. Nice. Well, that's cool. What's up, Dungeon Master? How's it going? Words of encouragement. Yeah! Alright. Nice. Yeah, Xavier Kiath. It's currently half the players on Steam and half the players on Epic get the new shop. Because it's still in like a testing phase right now, and once it's ready, it'll roll out to everybody on all platforms. It's just not ready yet. Strider, are we not using free champion codes? No, we are. For this account, we totally are. That's why I already have Evelyn, and I already have Strix. and I would have gotten Catti-Brie from a code as well if I didn't already have her from the Steam promotion that happened. So, yeah, we're totally doing that. Smuggle Beer, a question. So I'm thinking of getting Frida in Time Gates. What would she need for you to use her as main DPS? The right other champions to use with her. She wants you to use other tieflings, and if you can make her attack faster, that's useful. Debuffs are always useful, no matter what DPS you're using, of course. And I don't want to be using anyone that does knockback or stunning if I can help it, because I want my tank to get hit so that Frida's Hellish Rebuke can then hit the enemy. Because Hellish Rebuke can do a lot of damage if you set it up right. So that's really it. It's not really a headache setting up for Frida DPS. She's pretty easy to work with, but there are ways that you can improve it, yeah. How do you switch off the F12 screenshot? So, press whatever, if you're on Steam, press whatever button combination it is to bring up your Steam overlay. For me, it's Shift and Tab simultaneously. I don't know if that's the default, but for me, it's Shift and Tab brings up your Steam overlay. And then, if you look in the bottom left of your overlay, you're not going to see it on my stream right here. You'll see a set shortcut button in the screenshots area of the overlay in the bottom left corner. Click on that set shortcut button, and that'll bring up a window with a lot of different options, and one of those options in kind of the upper right quadrant will say Screenshot Shortcut Keys. Then you just click there, and you press the key on your keyboard that you want to set that to. So like for me, I set it to the pause break button, which is the extreme upper right of my keyboard, so there's like no way that I hit that by accident. Warlock DBA, for the Patron Challenge, have a healer be your top damage dealer. Is it possible to have a formation of healers? Is it possible? Sure. Is it wise? Maybe not. But is it possible? Yeah, definitely. Depending on the patron, though. There's not, like, a ton of healers in the game. You might not be able to field a full formation. But you also don't have to. You just have to get far enough, right? You don't have to get, like, to your absolute wall or anything. Strider X2048. Will you be dismantling Ashara for free item levels and potions and polish? I think so. Honestly, I'm on the fence about it. And I'm thinking of once dismantling is actually live and available, I'm thinking of polling the chat to see like how y'all feel about it, if I should do it or not. This would be for my main account on Steam, not my... I said it on Steam again. My main account, not my new account. Both are on Steam. That is confusing. I should not do Steam again if I do a second account. This is going to be confusing for a long time until I'm done with this. It's also a headache that I have to run Virtual Machine. Anyway, I should just reset my Epic account. I've been leaning away from it. Right now I'm leaning in favor of doing it. But I don't know. I might just leave it up to chat to decide. It would be pretty sweet to get back all those item levels, shinies, legendaries, golds, whatever, and then put them all on somebody else, like Frida. If I'm gonna switch to Frida DPS, I might as well let her inherit all the power of my Ashara, right? That'd be pretty dope. I could also, like, oh, just new and old? Yeah, that works, Scythe, thank you, yeah. So I could pull, like, all of the stuff off of my Ashara on my old account, and then just put, like, some of it back on my Ashara, so that she's not completely depowered. Like, maybe I'll put all the item levels back on her, and the shinies, but move everything else to other places? I don't know. Maybe just legendaries. Maybe I'll just move the legendaries. I don't know. It would be weird seeing my Ashara being like item level 1 compared to like Bruenor, who's item level like 5,000. Oh yeah, I guess I could shift it all over to Artemis. That would be worth it, my god. Yeah. Artemis DPS mains are going to rejoice on the day of Ashara dismantling, I predict. I don't know. We'll see. I'll decide later. Possible cabbage. I have phantom chests in my inventory pop up on the main screen. Do I have to live with them forever? Oh, that's happened to me before. And to get that fixed, Sean had to add chests to my inventory, and then I had to open those. It's a weird thing. If you have phantom chests in your inventory showing up that you can't actually open, then put in a ticket, reach out to our support team, and they'll be able to help you with that. Because that is something that comes up from time to time. Rare, though. Oh, we're past the 50 question mark. Sweet! Today has been going well. All right. Coulomb Savage question. Is base damage a good indicator of who is the best DPS? I can never seem to get a shard to be my top DPS, despite activating a bond. No. Honest answer, no. This number down here, your Bud, this is much better for actually keeping track of who your DPS character is. It's the number to the left of your ultimates bar. Just hover your cursor over that number and it tells you. So this is keeping track of which champion is hitting enemies the hardest. And it's like updated live every second, so just keep an eye on that. Yeah, Bud is your Bud. Count Zero interrupted question. Hey, Mars, you said the other day that you can make it to Area 50 in 4 minutes. How? So that's not on this account. That's on my old account. So my old account on Steam, I've got all the speed champions. I've got Modron automation with the fast core at maximum epic output for all of the speed mechanic nodes. Yeah, if I have all of my speed champions set up in a formation on Mad Wizard with my fast Modron core, and it's just set to automation, then they can clear stage 50 in 4 minutes or under. Yep. It's just using all the speed mechanics that are available to you, that's all. But, I mean all of them. Possible cabbage. I want to do trials. I don't see one available. Should I just create one? Yeah, sure, why not? If you don't see a public group ready for you to join, just make one yourself. Start the party yourself. I have the potion to do a higher difficulty, but should I? Yeah, totally. Then just post on the Discord that you're looking for people to join your group. If you're worried about doing a higher level difficulty, just make sure that you get people to join you. There's a looking for group thread for trials on the Discord. ! Discord to get a link to that. And I will be using it myself later. I will be opening up the Discord and posting my own trials group over there for people to join. Smugglebeer, will you do trials today or tomorrow? I'll do it today. I'll make a posting on the Discord looking for group thread. It's for people to join. So keep an eye out there if you want to join my trials group, okay? It'll be first come, first serve. Just whoever shows up is whoever shows up. Jokero, is there anything you can do to get the new shop quicker? Nope, there is not. Just be patient. That is all. Sorry. Foolish Genius, is it a Lindra Whittle or a Lindra Narak Whittle? I think it's just a Lindra Whittle. I know that a Lindra Narak Whittle, I was able to get my percent chance to instantly attack to be over 1,000%, which is ridiculous, and there's no point for that. But I think it's just a Lindra Whittle in order to get it over 100%. But I don't really understand why. Count Zero interrupted. With so many different champions with different skills and abilities, don't you all find it hard to come up with good formations and symbiosis between the heroes? Yes! Of course we do. But it's not a one-man show over here, right? We have thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands? I don't know. We have tons of players. And they're all over the world, too. Especially now that we have localization. The game's available in a lot of different languages. So, like, it's just like any other strategy game with tons of players, there's a community and you can talk to people and figure stuff out together. Like, Azaka farming exists because people figured that out together. All the other cool strategies exist because people figured it out and then just talk about it like word of mouth. It gets around and suddenly we're all doing it. So yeah, it's difficult if you're completely alone, but you're not alone. It's a team effort at the end of the day. As long as you choose to be involved in the community, then you belong to the team. All right, I'm going to try to get through these last ones before I have to get out of here. I'm going to be on formation save. Provided Taylor hasn't suddenly come in, I'll be taking Taylor's spot for formation save today with Sean, so I'll have to get out of here and do that. But I'm going to try to get through these last questions. I see 5 more, so I'm going to try to do this very quickly. Warlock TBA, how did you get a second account on Steam anyway? I logged out of my account on Steam, and then I signed up for a new account on Steam using a different email address. That's it. Oh, yeah, there's Sean. See you in a bit. Yep, cool. All right. Thanks for confirming that I will be on formation save, Sean. Thanks. Because I wasn't sure about that. Maglar Nolatari, how useful would dismantling Ashara be on a fairly new account? Barely. It is harder to get item levels on event champions than it is to get them on evergreen champions. So, like, what you could do, even if it's a brand new account, you could just strip your Ashara down to have nothing and then move those item levels over to an event champion that you really like. So there's that at least. But you're not going to get, like, as much value out of that as a person who's been playing for a long time. Tyranno 30, is there a limitation in dismantling an evergreen champion, getting the polish potions, and open silvers get all shiny again? No, I don't believe there is. I believe that, like, if your Ashara is full shiny and you fully dismantle her and you get back all those potions of polish, you can then open up a ton of chests again to get all of those shinies back on Ashara and still have the potions of polish. I don't think there's anything that's going to be stopping you from doing that. Dracon 1972 question, how do you get more cores? So you get the first one by completing Split the Party 1, that's the modest core. You get the second one by completing Split the Party 2, that's the fast core. You get the third one, the strong core, by paying 500,000 gems. 500,000 gems to get the third one. And that's it. There's only 3 Modron cores in the entire game right now. That's it. Once you have all 3, you're done. For now. Maybe there'll be more in the future. Probably. Smuggle Beer, a question. Have you done a time gate on the new account? No, I have not. The one coming up this weekend in 3 days, 3 hours, and 6 minutes will be the first one that I've done on the new account. And that's it. 63 questions done. Boom. Sweet. Wish me luck. I am going for Azaka. Either today or tomorrow. It's gonna happen. I'm going to be on formation save in a few minutes, so stay tuned. I'll be with Sean. And provided it doesn't get canceled again, because sometimes Nick has to cancel it, I will be on Bushwhacker as well. Tonight, so. Thanks, Bell. That was fast. How old is the account I'm playing now? This account right here is less than a week old. I started this on Wednesday afternoon last week. So, yeah, it hasn't even been 7 full calendar days yet. Okay, I gotta get out of here. Thank you all for joining me for this episode of Mars Guiding Hand. I hope that you all had a good time. I did too. I'll put together the Trials group, like, right before or during formation save. Anyway, you'll see it. I'll post about it. Just watch for my posting on the thread. Check out all the other awesome shows. I'm on most of them today. Yeah, we've got a lot. And there's no Chamber Psychology today. That's still out. Trevor's out for the week, for that matter. So, join our community wherever you see fit. Find Idle Champions on social media. Find me on Twitter at Ryan Blake Hall. But please call me Mars. That is my preference. Thank you. Thank you to Codename Entertainment. Thank you to Jordan for moderating, producing, and catching questions for me today. Couldn't do it without you. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Really couldn't do it without you. Wherever you are in the multiverse, be safe, be kind, help somebody today, even if it's just answering a simple question or asking someone, like, how they're doing. Like, check up on somebody you care about today. You know, be a good human. And until next time, look sharp. See ya. See you very soon, for that matter. Always remember to be a good human.